The Steam version of Black Ops 3 is broken right now, and I would highly recommend once again getting involved with the Black Ops 3 client. This video is starting off a little different than what I had intended, as while I was recording this video, my Discord was briefly compromised while I was playing Steam BO3 today. This all happened while I was in game earlier today. Someone somehow got my account token for Discord, which bypassed the need for login information and two-factor authentication, and sent out some spam messages that look like this one, while also deleting all the channels in my Discord. Thankfully, this seems to be the only real extent of the damage, as everything else seems to be good. I've gone ahead and done a factory reset on my computer, so hopefully all should be well. Now, I do want to reiterate that while I can't exactly prove that it was done because of Black Ops 3 Steam and someone somehow getting this and bypassing both my VPN and the T7 patch that I was running, it is extremely coincidental considering the timing of everything. And again, this is all a very real possibility that can happen not only on Black Ops 3, but basically every Steam Call of Duty that uses P2P matchmaking and not server browsers. Let this be a reminder to once again play these games on the client versions, the Boy client, Plutonium, Alterware, etc., as they are the safer alternatives. The reason as to why I was even playing the Steam version of Black Ops 3 in the first place was due to the main topic of this video, which we'll get into now. It's unfortunately always something with this game. It can never just be simple for Black Ops 3 on PC. What's going on, guys? It's Rage, and once again, welcome back to some more Black Ops 3. Now, here for today's video, we are on the Steam version of Black Ops 3. As you guys can see right now, I do not have the T7 patch loaded up. This is just the base Steam version of the game. I'm assuming that most of you watching this video that are already familiar with Black Ops 3 on PC know what the T7 patch is, but if you don't know what it is, I'm going to talk about that here in just a little bit. But again, the reason as to why we're back here on some Steam Black Ops 3 is here for today's video, I wanted to cover some developing news as to what's going on with the game. If you've tried playing it on Steam over the past couple of days and you can't get into a game, it's because it's broken right now. What's going on is you'll go ahead, try to find a match, try and find Team Deathmatch, and if you're living on the East Coast to Midwest of the United States, you're probably going to run into a bug like this, where it just says searching for game, 0 matches, 50 matches, and it looks like it's just restarting the queue over and over and over again, and you're just not getting into a game. Currently, it's almost 1 o'clock here on the 16th, so we'll go ahead and pull up the Steam charts, and as of right now, there are 42, almost 4,300 players on Black Ops 3 on Steam. Now, to be fair, as always, a majority of these players are presumably custom zombies players or just zombies players, because the multiplayer hasn't really ever been that populated. Usually how it goes with Call of Duty, as you guys know, is Team Deathmatch just becomes the main mode that people will play, easiest mode to find games in, but as you can see, we're not finding any games. For everything that's going on right now regarding Black Ops 3, I'm going to be relaying the information here from my man Andy, Gun of Truth. This is someone that's been working with Black Ops 3 and the mod tools. He's creating paint ops. He's been working with Black Ops 3 for so long. This guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to Black Ops 3 on PC. The initial tweet here from a couple of days ago says, "Wonderful, matchmaking is now completely broken in Black Ops 3. First, the frame rate and stuttering issues that are still there 2.5 years later on the main menu, multiplayer and zombies. Now you can't even join your friends' games to play some co-op zombies or private match in multiplayer." Awesome. What he ended up doing was testing the matchmaking, and it turns out, as of right now at least, looking at this map here of the United States, if you live in this area, again the East Coast to about the Midwest of the US, this is where the internet outage problems are happening, or the server outages are happening. If you're someone living in this area and trying to connect to somebody that's on the West Coast, it'll work, or if you're trying to connect to somebody in the EU, it'll work. If you already live in the West Coast or live in the EU, you should be fine. Tested it with someone that was very close to me, was not able to join. Tested with someone that was in the West Coast, joined no problem. It seems matchmaking is wrong with this region of the United States. Another follow-up tweet that was very interesting here says, "Another thing a friend of mine has been having for a few weeks now, but is now confirmed. It seems that either the Black Ops 3 servers were compromised or they moved them to China. A second person has now reported this on Reddit. Attached is the image from my friend's Malwarebytes flagging the Black Ops 3 EXE as well as the Reddit thread." He also says that he was able to recreate it even with the T7 patch running. Not sure if it's the patch causing it or not, because in the Reddit thread people were getting it flagged without the patch running. Let's hope it's a false positive. This actually happened during the Black Ops 2 days as well, but someone got into the back end of Black Ops 2 servers and were changing images in-game to memes and other stuff. I was just about to say, I could have swore I saw another tweet from him saying that this had happened before. I'm just simply passing on the information. I don't know exactly how all of the technicalities of these problems work, but again, for what it's worth right now, base Steam version is just not working as far as multiplayer goes. Now, what I did want to go ahead and try doing is loading up the T7 patch and maybe even turning on a VPN, trying to connect to the EU just to see if that'll work for matchmaking. I've got the VPN running now, and here is the latest T7 patch 2.03. I'll go ahead and leave the GitHub link to this down in the description below. I've covered this countless times in talking about Black Ops 3, that if you are going to be playing the Steam version specifically of Black Ops 3, not the boy client, which we will talk more about the boy client here just a little bit. If you're playing the Steam version of Black Ops 3, this is an almost absolute necessity. Serious, aka Shivers of T-Dev, Anthony, has been the one who's been making these community patches for Black Ops 3, which take care of a lot of the problems that the base Steam version of the game is happening. The stuttering, the frame rate issues while you're playing in-game. It also gives you a greater sense of protection while playing the game because, to my understanding, it spoofs your player ID amongst other things as well, so people aren't getting that direct information of yours if they have these capabilities and tools. So what you'll do is you'll go ahead and put in whatever name you want. Now, this network password and friends only box, these are here if you're trying to play private matches or, again, especially zombies with your friends and you want to have everyone on the same patch. If you're someone who's hosting the lobby, you'll go ahead, set the network password, have all your friends set the password to be the exact same thing, then you guys can join off of each other. That way you're not having unwanted people join and crash your games. So again, that is an utmost necessity. Then you'll go ahead and just launch Black Ops 3. Once Black Ops 3 loads up, as you can see now up here at the top, patch 2.03 by Sirius. So again, I've got the VPN on. Let's see if I can get into a TDM game, checking quality of match, and it did put me into a lobby. Now, granted, no one's here right now, but it at least did get me past the whole 0 out of 50 potential matches. I honestly just figured I would go ahead and connect to the EU because maybe there'd be EU games going on at about like 6, 7 o'clock in the evening right now. All right, and everyone left me. Oh, but I got thrown into a game. All right, awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm still lagging a little bit in game, but it's at least good to know that I'm able to at least get into a game with a VPN on. Oh, this guy's got H2M in the clan tag. Oh, he hit a triple? Oh my god! I looked away for 1 second. Your meaty's 13. The huge triple. Oh, this man is gaming. Locus Elo, what a gamer. Now, I'm really not gonna lie though. On this connection right now, I feel like I'm fighting for my life. I mean, you guys can see the stuttering. This is not the most ideal way for me to play Black Ops 3. I'm just kind of showcasing it here for the sake of the video, but so for those of you guys that do have a VPN subscription service, this might be a very viable way to play the game. I have a free trial of a VPN right now. I've only got like 10 gigs of bandwidth to use, so it's not very viable for me. Like, I'm not gonna sit here just, you know, I'm not gonna waste all the bandwidth that I have on my VPN for right now just for the sake of Steam Black Ops 3 because I'd rather just play the boy client anyway. It's the much better option in my opinion. But again, this is also just kind of a reminder as to how Black Ops 3 on PC just really is. Black Ops 3 in and of itself, and I've talked about this countless times again, even really any Call of Duty multiplayer that is purely on P2P matchmaking and not server browsers are going to be at risk. These games are, again, never going to be 100% safe again. Of course, we could start talking about the whole, like, oh, what could Activision and Microsoft do to mitigate this issue? My personal opinion is I think it'd be really good. I think it'd be a really good thing if they could have a dedicated security team to sending out these patches and band-aid fixes for the game. Because again, a lot of the problems to my understanding is that they are so deeply rooted and coded into the game that they can't just have a one-size-fits-all. This is something that they would need to constantly patch. They send out these band-aid fixes like, again, what we've seen with Black Ops 3 in the past on Steam, but again, give it 48 to 72 hours and people with the tools are just going to update their tools for the new version of the game. I feel like it's a constant game of cat and mouse with how these games could be updated, but then again, that's why we have clients, that's why we have the server browsers. So again though, the very short answer to the question of is Black Ops 3 safe is no. Is really any P2P matchmaking game safe? No. But there also are plenty of circumstances where things are fine. Like this lobby looks completely fine because it looks like there's no one using a tool in the lobby where they have a colored clan tag. Drawing a huge blank on the name of the tool right now that people use in Black Ops 3. Oh, it's MXT, that's what it is. There are these times where again, you can get into these clean lobbies where no one's using these tools, and yeah, sure, it's going to be a fine experience, but of course the risk is always there. I don't know if this is a really bad comparison, but think about it like when you get in your car every single day to drive. Like, yeah, sure, everything should be fine, but you don't know what kind of bad actors might be out there on the road, what kind of bad drivers you might come across on the road. So, despite all the what ifs of the matter, it is always going to be a much better alternative to play the client version of these games. Again, when it comes to Black Ops 3, we still have the boy client. We still have the Black Ops 3 client. I'll go ahead and leave everything you guys need for that down in the description below. I would highly recommend playing on the boy client, especially if you are trying to play Black Ops 3 in almost any regard, especially for multiplayer, because not only are you playing on a server browser, but you also get the DLC for free, so that's a nice bonus as well. You know the free DLC that Steam gives you in the DLC of this game? Yeah, you literally get access to that on the boy client, no problem. So it's kind of like, especially on the multiplayer side of things, why wouldn't you play it? And now, of course, that also brings up the question of what's the security like on the boy client. The client is no longer being supported, as we all know what happened last year. To my understanding, again, when it comes to server browsers and the clients, the security really falls on on the server owners. Server owners have to make sure that the security of the server is up to date and no one's getting compromised. What I have been sent is an updated T7X exe for the boy client. It was sent to me by some of the Nameless Noobs guys, and they are on auto update, so if there is updates to that, it'll go ahead and fix it for the boy client, because also as of right now, one of the latest T7 exes that was sent to me by the Nameless Noobs guys take care of a lot of the server-sided exploits post the shutdown. In my opinion, again, the Black Ops 3 client truly is the best way to play this game if you want to play it on PC at all. And what's really nice, even so still, to this day, I'm still playing it on my live stream. There's usually still a server or two that are populated on it, or that does get populated throughout the course of the day. It really is that simple. Just get on. Just download it and get on. But again, at the exact same time, I completely understand the whole mindset of we shouldn't have to be jumping through all of these hoops just to be sure that we can actually play these games in a relatively safe way. We should just be able to get these games on Steam, Battle.net, whatever the case may be, just play, install, and have no problems. And again, I completely agree with that. I would love for a day to come again where we could just get on these games on Steam and have no problems whatsoever, but that's just unfortunately not how it is. It's just kind of how it's been for Call of Duty PC for a very long time, and for as long that I've been on Call of Duty PC since 2015, and especially again over the last like 5, 6, 7 years where we've had all of these different clients on so many different games, I understand not wanting to jump through the hoops, but you have to jump through the hoops to play these games, at least in a much safer alternative way. And the thing is too, the barrier to entry on these clients are really not that complicated. I do completely understand the annoyance of it, but it's just like, that's just how it is on PC. It's always going to be the safer alternative to play these games on their clients, on the server browsers. Ultraware, like for IW4X instead of Steam MW2, the boy client instead of Steam BO3, Plutonium especially for Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2. If you seriously still want to play Steam BO3, then again, please get the T7 patch. Again, link to that will be in the description. And again, as of right now, if you're someone like me who lives in the East Coast of the United States, East Coast to Midwest of the US, you are going to have to VPN to either West Coast or to the EU to find lobbies right now. I also have been asked countless times if Zombies is safe to play with your friends on Steam. As long as you guys are all running the T7 patch, that's going to be the safest option, or even solo for that matter. Just run the T7 patch, solo, offline, campaign, you're good. Currently at the time of recording this video, there hasn't been any sort of announcement or anything like that as to presumably when or if the Steam Black Ops 3 servers are going to be fixed. I'm assuming that there will be an update at some point in time. Whenever the point in time comes when they do fix Steam BO3, I'll go ahead and leave a pinned comment on this video, make an update video on it, whatever I gotta do. What I again would recommend doing for the time being is getting on the Black Ops 3 client here. Currently HGM server is full, but usually what ends up happening on the boy client is it'll be HGM servers, it'll be Nameless Noobs TDM. We got 2 Latino servers here that typically get populated as well. Now this is also a small side note that I will bring up again in a future H2M video whenever that time comes, but a lot of people look at PC clients and are like, wow, this is super dead. It's super dead, yet all of the resources are out there to get access to it. Okay, cool. Get on. Download it. Get on and play. It is very straightforward. On the real though, if it's accessible, just get on and play. Unless you're someone like me that just gets immediately kicked from HGM. Oh, okay. Alright, my fault. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I still had the VPN running. That's why I was getting kicked. It's kind of a good thing that that just happened, because that again serves as a reminder. When you're playing on these clients, don't use a VPN, because a lot of the time the servers will just kick you out. A lot of the time you really don't need a VPN when you're playing on the server browsers anyway. Like, you're good. Again, with the Black Ops 3 client, you don't need the T7 patch because, well, the T7 patch doesn't work with the boy client. But on the Black Ops 3 client, again, you don't need to load the T7 patch because all of the stuttering issues are completely fixed. But also as well here, again, on the Black Ops 3 client, you know that DLC that you can install for free, the multiplayer trial pack? You get it here on the client. You get access to actually play the DLC, so why would you not want to play multiplayer on this? I didn't even realize that that's a thing in this game. DJ Vontastic. That is amazing. Being able to play the DLC on BO3 is so nice because, again, I'd never really played much Black Ops 3 while it was the main Call of Duty game, so being able to go back and experience a lot of these maps is so awesome. I know one thing that a lot of people play BO3 for, again, I did talk about it a little bit ago, but the whole zombies aspect of this game, and especially custom zombies, the whole ease of access and everything, especially if you're trying to play with friends, is so much easier on Steam. And even again, especially when it comes to the custom maps and the workshop things and everything like that, it's a lot easier accessible on Steam. But if you're using the Steam Black Ops 3 files for the Black Ops 3 client, you should have access to it on the client. I do remember hearing people were talking about how for whatever reason they weren't able to access it on the client, and I think what you have to do is start it in offline mode, have Steam in offline mode when you launch the Black Ops 3 client, and then if you have all the workshop stuff installed, then you should be good to go. But still, for what it's worth right now, if you are someone that is having problems on Steam BO3, once again, Black Ops 3 client's great alternative. Would highly recommend this. With that all being said, that's basically the gist of everything. Steam Black Ops 3 right now is having some problems with its online connection. Whenever there is an update for that, I'll go ahead and and let you guys know that, but also do keep this in mind. Black Ops 3 is still a very viable option on the client version. If I didn't say it already, be sure to go ahead and follow my man Anthony Gun of Truth on Twitter. I would also say go ahead and follow Anthony Serious Shivers of T-Dev, but I think his Twitter is gone. I think he may have deactivated. For now though, be sure you're following them, and whenever there is an update again to Black Ops 3, I'll go ahead and let you guys know. So again, just want to let you all know that. Thank you all so much for checking out this video. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you all so much again for checking out this video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. It's been Rage, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care, everybody.